internet viewers. Right.
Oh, we've got more than that.
What makes the world go round? And we've been told that over and over again. But what makes money go round, eh? What makes this system? The money system basically is one of legal forgery. Okay? And we have had a few politicians conniving in this illusion. Let's talk about the money supply, because we've had this whole banking crisis, and now we've got the result of it. We've got all the cuts to make. But the money that the government authorises through the Bank of England, the pounds and the pence and the £20 note in your pocket, that's only 2% of the entire money supply, okay? 2%. The rest of the money is created by these people, the bankers, these all-seeing, all-wise masters of the universe who have handled things so well recently, okay? Now, that's not how money started, of course. Money started as being something to represent actual value. We took something which had scarcity and we tied it to real-world products, coal and olive oil and wine and wheat and building labour. Okay, so we can all get angry about what's going on, and I'm looking at these in slightly wrong order, but I'm not thrown off at all by that little bit of it. Okay, but we've got to look at how this all started. Now, originally, a banker was somebody with a big... Oh, yeah, this is all, isn't it, right? A banker was somebody with a big, strong room where you could keep lots of gold, and 10 people would put a bar of gold there, and some entrepreneur would come along and say, I've got a great idea. Give me those 10 bars of gold. I'm going to be rich. I'll give you 11 bars back. You can share out the profits with the 10 people who've given you the gold and yourself. And that's how banks work. But it was a real overhead carrying all this gold around if you wanted your banks to work across cities. And there was, obviously, it could be wrong. So the Knights Templar, who were really working internationally, okay, they had to have people withdrawing money a couple of thousand miles away in the Holy Land during the Crusades. And they invented something which is now being replaced by the digital bit. They invented the cheque to cover this. Now, once we got the cheque, there was a huge leap of faith made by the next generation of bankers. If we've got this gold and we lend it out, but now we've just got this cheque, why don't we lend out more than we've got? Because nobody's going to ask for it all back at the same time. And that's when fractional reserve banking was made, and we went on the long and winding road down to bank crashes, runs on banks and queues, and all of the other problems we've had, the collateralised mortgage obligations, the put and call obligations, the floating rate notes, preference shares, the convertible bonds, the semi-convertible bonds, all the other free card tricks which have just come crashing around the bankers' ears a couple of years ago. Now, while we might not weep for the bankers having their Lamborghinis possessed and stuff, it's important to know, that basically nothing else has changed in the system. It's all going to be building up again, and it's all going to create the same problem further down the road, and just more waste and destruction. So what we've got to do is we've got to realise when we let the banks take control of the money like this and lend the money out, what happens is each of the pounds that we put in, that they lend out as a pound of this person, a pound of this person, a pound of this person, and then it comes back to them with interest. That money that they get there is the same as the money when a forger prints off a load of £10 notes and gets money from nowhere. It's money that's taken off everybody else's share of money in a huge house of cards. And it can only be built on real wealth, ultimately, to back it. And there isn't enough real wealth. We've had new continents, we've had industrial revolutions, but the natural world can't keep sustaining this growth. So what we've got to look at is how we can build a viable alternative to the money supply. And what we've really got to do is start thinking small, start using the technology we've got, and try and find ways of valuing the time. The excellent talk earlier talking about the Ithaca and the notes reflecting the number of hours that people have given. Or in countries like Bangladesh, where the Grameen Bank has put microcredits out to hundreds of thousands of villagers. But the money that they hold is lent out in a 1-to-1 ratio, not the 10-to-1 banks. And I've run out of time. Thank you.